You just entered ChariotMan Gaming.
Get the hell out of here! One sword, get the hell out of here!
Goddamn explosion, man. That's it, man.
This is ChariotMan Gaming.
You know why I'm looking like this with these shades, right? You get my point. What is going on, everybody out here in YouTube land, Twitter and Instagram, even TikTok? This is ChariotMan Gaming, and I'm coming back at you with another video. It's been a while since I made an actual video. I've been streaming most of the time, but with an exciting, interesting video. It's an interesting video and news update. And before I get started with this news update, don't forget to smash that damn like button, share, and subscribe to ChariotMan Gaming. And if you don't like this video, you take your goddamn 4K from Fire Stick 4K from Amazon and your Google TV, your Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, Google Stadia, Amazon Luna, everything, Steam Deck, and you set it all the way out there, up into the depths of the goddamn burning sea. And hit my mini outlets, and ChariotMan Gaming on your left side of this page. ChariotMan Gaming on Twitter. Check out my other channel, ChariotMan85 on Instagram, and check out my latest video on the Nintendo Switch on ChariotMan85 on TikTok. Check out the Nintendo Switch. And speaking of the Nintendo Switch, in this video, I haven't talked about the Nintendo Switch. Y'all remember that little small system I used to talk about months ago when I first started this channel? Those that are still watching this video, the Nintendo Switch. You remember this goddamn system right here? This thing right here, the Nintendo Switch. You know about this thing. This is the OG Switch. And there's some reports. Now you remember when the Nintendo Switch was released. When I first started this channel back in 2016, I was talking about the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch has been announced back then in 2016, and that's when I started over this channel. And when this game was released, this is the very first Switch I've got, the OG Switch, which came Zelda Breath of the Wild. Okay, Zelda Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild. This game right here, this iconic game with the Nintendo Switch, this iconic freaking masterpiece with the Nintendo Switch. All right, when the Switch was released, this was released back in March 2017.
Goddamn right.
The Zelda Breath of the Wild was released at the same time as the Switch and the GameCube. Now, where did I get with this? Well, we've been hearing some reports about Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Oh, you remember that? Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Hey, it's not a coincidence. That is too goddamn powerful to run on the Switch, because it's been talking about, in this source, an IG
writer John Linneman praised the latest footage of the game released by Nintendo last month. Now, he said, quote,
"The image quality seemed quite good. I think I was a little bit surprised by how sharp and clear this looked compared to the original in general."
Now, the footage in question shows Link free-falling through the sky with some very impressive looking clouds floating around him. Now, the game retains that vibrant cel-shaded look of the first Breath of the Wild game, and it does look great. Maybe a little bit too great. Now, another one of the Digital Foundry members is unconvinced that the footage is coming from the Switch based on how few Switch games use volumetric clouds, along with the excellent anti-aliasing present in the footage. They've surmised that either the footage was rendered out at a high resolution or the game is being developed with a more advanced system in mind. Now,
and you've seen the videos right here. They're talking about that the Nintendo Switch, that the game textures are too damn good for this damn OG Switch, for that OG. I really agree. I totally agree. The goddamn game looks 10 times way better than this, and this was a good looking game. I enjoyed Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. For those, now you see, I did have the Nintendo Switch. This was my first game I owned on the Switch, and I enjoyed the hell out of this thing. But now, I don't see Breath of the Wild 2. Bruh. It's not going to be an automatic launch. I see Breath of the Wild 2 being a launch title for the new Nintendo Switch, and that's going to set up the lead up to the new Nintendo Switch. Now, why does I say that? Because every time Nintendo brings out a Zelda game, Zelda Wind Waker, Twilight Princess was released on the goddamn Wii and the GameCube, alright? And the GameCube got Wind Waker when that was released. They had GameCube. The Nintendo 64 really didn't get Zelda Ocarina of Time, but it was released. But most of the time, they always release a Zelda game, except the Wii U. The Wii U didn't really get. The Wii U was just a disaster. It is a disaster. Don't just throw it out the goddamn window. But Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 is going to release on the Nintendo Switch, because when the Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 is going to get released, the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be released. A much more powerful Nintendo Switch is going to be released. My gamers, let me tell you something, man. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I've been waiting for some Nintendo straight news. Listen, it's been a while since I've talked about the Switch on this channel, and I have to get it out. The Nintendo Switch is good. This is what I want to see from Nintendo. Bring us some power. It better be more powerful. I don't see why the DLSS technology I was talking about, the DLSS technology that's going to implement games to look way better on the Nintendo Switch. You're also going to have the Nintendo Switch is more powerful. They already talked about Nvidia. It was always going to be around for a decade for the Nintendo. They was going to be a decade. There's nobody else. There's no AMD, nothing. Nvidia is the one that's making the chips for Nintendo Switch, and that's why they're going to be released. My gamers, you see the videos. You see IGN. What you think about this situation? What do you think about this little quick video I had to talk about with the Nintendo Switch and Zelda Breath of the Wild 2? Do you think Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 will be a launch title for the new Nintendo Switch, or is it just going to be a regular old game for the regular OG Switch, for the regular Switch OG and LED? Let me know in the comments. And or I got to say is sound off in the comment section and tell me what you think about this video with the new Nintendo Switch and Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, because I can't wait to play and get my hands on that. And don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe to ChariotMan Gaming, and to smash this like button, smash that subscribe button, hit the notifications if you want more videos just like this as you seen today. And I'd like to thank all my new subscribers. Thank you for the support in my streams and my Google Stadia streams, Google Stadia community. I am going to be bringing more content out. It's been real slow with the news in the Stadia community. Rants will be on the horizon, so get ready for the rants, and also Amazon Luna community. Y'all growing. I'm gonna be coming to y'all too. I'm gonna be ChariotMan's coming for y'all too. I will be having more content. I have a little video coming for Amazon Luna too, so stay tuned for that. And I'm gonna say peace, and I'm gonna keep it gaming. Hey, the road to 1K is at hand. There will be giveaways, and I'm gonna say peace. Keep it gaming, my gamers. Peace.